Andy Reid had the play-by-play for you tonight, or this morning actually, and making his TV 66 debut as our color man and the future Friendship Christian play-by-play man, Chris Perkins. Chris, nice to have you with us this year.
Glad to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about this game, Lebanon versus Riverdale. The Blue Devils coming off of a 27-0 shutout against Mount Juliet last week. Riverdale 0-1, lost to Dixon County, the defending Class AAA state champions, by a score of 37-12. I'm sorry, it's 34-12 last week. That was a game in which the Cougars ran up a 21-0 first half lead, and the Warriors played the Cougars pretty evenly the rest of the way. Riverdale running a wing T offense. We figure to see a lot of running back Barry Sanders. Sanders, who had a big game against the Blue Devils a year ago. Lebanon countering with the running of Juan A. Jennings and Cyrus Hancock. This game sponsored by Liberty State Bank, by Wilson Farmers Co-op, Save-A-Lot, First Bank and Trust, Chums, and the Fashion Boutique. We'll be back for the opening kickoff right after this. At Jones Field, the campus of MTSU. This for Lebanon, the first of 3 games on artificial turf, of course, tonight. And then in week number 5 at Clarksville up at Austin P. And then in week 10 at Tennessee Tech against Cookeville. Set to kick off for Riverdale, number 68, Jarrett Millsaps. Back deep for Lebanon, Juan A. Jennings, number 33, back at his own 7. Kick is off. Jennings has it from his 8. He tries the left side across the 30 and down to the 33. Where Lebanon will set up first down and 10. Checking out the Lebanon offense, quarterback Jim Brindley leads the Blue Devils up. His fullback, number 30, Rod Crutchfield, and the return man, number 33, Juan A. Jennings, is at tailback. The speedy Cyrus Hancock opens at a slot back. Kevin Huddleston, number 45, is the split end. Richard Moscardelli opens at tight end. Jeff Bott and Jody Ambrose are the tackles. Chris O'Neill and Brian Harvey the guards, and Norman Summers is the center. First down and 10 Blue Devils, ball just across the Lebanon 33. Jennings, left side. Gets down to about the 37.
Looks like Jennings did a good job of getting outside. Had a good block on the outside by the end. Looks like on the end over there, and Jennings did a good job of getting around that and going around the outside.
And checking out the Riverdale defense, the defensive ends, number 86, Russ Hicks, and number 85, Chris Kuykendall. The tackles are Lamont Watson and Junior Nelson. Watson wearing number 75 and Nelson number 73. The nose guard is number 76, Kenneth James. Second down and 5 on the play from the 38. Brindley looking over the line. Jennings again. Off right tackle. Stuffed after a gain of about 1.
Looks like Riverdale's having problems with the 2 receivers that are sitting up here on the near side. They can't get their defensive back set the way they want them to, and I think that's upsetting Riverdale. They're having some trouble getting their defensive backfield set up.
Spence Slater, number 45, making the tackle, and he's not listed as a starter. The starting linebackers, number 55, Tommy Johnson, number 53, Randy Ross. The cornerbacks are Bryant Smith and Torrance Burge. The strong safety, number 34, Chris Fishback, and the free safety is Barry Sanders. Third down and about 4. Jennings, left tackle, has the first down at about the 45. He hit a big surge at about the 44 and just pushed the pile back for about a yard to ensure the first down.
You were talking earlier about Lebanon really working on throwing the passes in practice. They seem to be running it right now. Maybe they're waiting for something to open up.
Well, Mark Medley's always been a run-oriented coach, and if the run is working, he'll usually stick with it.
Of course, you got to remember Jennings had 16 rushes for 152 yards last week against Mount Juliet. He's got a backfield.
Speaking of Jennings, he gets the call here around the left side. Doesn't get much, however.
Good job of covering that run by Riverdale. They really got over there very well, got through the offensive line and made a good play.
Tommy Johns, number 55, linebacker, making the stop. Ball at the 45, a pickup of 1, second down and 9. First possession of the game, approaching the 10-minute mark of the first quarter. Kevin Huddleston split to the right. Cyrus Hancock in the slot to the right side. This time, Rod Crutchfield, the fullback, gets to about the 49. And on the stop for Riverdale, Kenneth James, the nose guard, number 76. So early on, Lebanon keeping it on the ground, going right at the middle of the Riverdale defense.
Kenneth James defensively for the Warriors.
Friendly swing pass. Corey Bueller. I'm sorry, that's Clay Bueller. Doesn't get much. Gets it just across the midfield. Tackle made by the cornerback, number 12, Torrance Burge.
Bueller really didn't have much of a chance there. He kind of got the nice pass, but he really didn't have anywhere to run when he got the ball. He was kind of stuck. Good coverage by Riverdale on that play.
Brings up a 3rd down and 3. That pass looked like it might have been behind the line, and Bueller may have had the option to throw, but of course if the defense was too close to him, that wouldn't have been a good idea.
Riverdale did a nice job getting on that play. They really picked it up. Looked like they picked it up really early.
Well, it's a 4th down and 3, so Jim Brindley back to punt.
End over end.
And it's going to bounce a while on this turf and takes a Lebanon hop down to about the 19-yard line, where Riverdale will set up shop for the first time. Torrance Burge, number 12, will call the shots at quarterback. Out of the wing T, the fullback is number 35, Scott Daniel. 2 tailbacks, number 7, Bryant Smith, and number 1, Barry Sanders. 2 ends, one of them is number 2, Corey Avant, and the tight end, number 86, Russ Hicks. The tackles, number 68, Jarrett Millsaps, number 75, Lamont Watson. The guards, number 65, Mark Rowland, and number 55, Tommy Johns. The center, number 51, Jimbo Daniel.
Here we get to look at that wing T.
And it looks like a wishbone formation.
From what I understand, Riverdale used a lot of misdirection out of it, and they wait till the very last minute before they make the final play on it.
And Smith gets the call from where he switched out to a slot back, and the tackle made by Sonny Warmoth as Smith tries the left side and gets it out to about the 24.5-yard line. So pick up a 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5. Defensively for the Blue Devils, Sonny Warmoth, one of the defensive ends, number 36. On the other end, number 86, Richard Moscardelli. The tackles, number 76, Kevin Douglas, and number 77, Jody Ambrewster. Dwayne C., number 35, anchors the line from his nose tackle spot. Rod Crutchfield and Brian Johnson are the linebackers. 2nd down and 5 for the Warriors. Again, it's Brian Smith picks up a couple.
Earlier this week, Lebanon assistant Ron Marshall said that the wing T was built in built-in false keys that can drive a defense crazy. Looks like that Lebanon's handling this very well so far.
Well, of course, on the first play, I mentioned they looked like it was a wishbone formation. Then Smith moved out to a sort of a slot back on the right side, and then he got the ball. So that's one of the tricks they'll play on you.
If Lebanon can react and they can find the football, I think they should do pretty good.
3rd down and 2 from the 32. And again, there's the shift. Smith over to a slot back position. Now we'll see if he moves. No, this is Barry Sanders, his first carry. He breaks loose and hauled down by Jonathan Haas, the strong safety, but not before Sanders gets a 1st down. Mentioning the Lebanon secondary, Haas, the strong safety. The free safety is number 45, Kevin Huddleston. And the cornerbacks, Cyrus Hancock and Marcus Stewart. The ball at the 32. 1st and 10, Riverdale. 6:18 to play, first quarter. Lebanon has had a possession. Got a 1st down, but nothing more. Now Riverdale with its 1st down, mounting a drive, or at least trying to. Riverdale looks like a wishbone, but now Smith moves out to a slot back spot. Burge gives to Barry Sanders. Rod Crutchfield on many Lebanon defenders there to stuff it after maybe a 1-yard pickup.
Lebanon not fooled by that play at all. They really were there, found the ball, and they made a good play on that ball.
And a pickup of, looks like, less than half a yard. The ball just inside the Riverdale 32 with 5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. calling signals at the line of scrimmage. This is Brian Smith. He's going to throw back to Verge, and he's going to run it. Flips past Huddleston. I'm sorry, not Huddleston. That's Marcus Stewart, finally forced out of bounds by Rod Crutchfield and Juan A. Jennings. The ball to the 44. That's a situation there where Lebanon was fooled by the Riverdale shift.
Riverdale did a nice job, really kicked it around, and Lebanon's defense was switched to the far side. Riverdale switched it back to the near side and really did a good job of getting around there.
Smith in a slot to the right side.